When it comes to the stats, I'm using 75 on Dexterity, 33 on Faith, 46 on Arcane, and 16 on Strength. These are the stats that you need to be using if you want to deal the same damage I'll be dealing. The Vigor, Mind, and Endurance are up to you. If you want to stick to a level 200 build, you can use the same stats I'm using, but if you wanna go further or even lower, you can change these stats as you wish. Now, when it comes to the buffs for your character, we are gonna be using Golden Vow, and we are gonna use as the body buff the Half Shabriri or Blood Boil Aromatic. So I'm gonna explain first the dual Naginata setup. It's basically the same than the curved swords, but for the curved swords we have a few tweaks that I wanna explain once we have the general picture of what is this build doing. So we are gonna be using 2 cross Naginatas on plus 25 with the Seppuku Ashawar on the bleed affinity. Against targets that are immune to bleed, we are gonna be using Crackblade. The best armor set we can use is the Rakshasas armor set that increases our damage by 2% with each piece we use. And instead of using the Rakshasas helmet, we are gonna use the White Mask that increases our damage by 10% with each bleed proc. In the talismans, obviously the best option in a bleed build is the Lord of Blood's Exultation, the Millicent's Prosthesis, Roaring Windsor Insignia, and as we are dealing pierce damage with the spears, the Spear Talisman that increases the damage on counter attacks. It's a bit difficult to explain, but it's basically more damage if we hit an enemy while that enemy is attacking us. Now, when it comes to the Flask of Wondrous Physic, we are gonna use the Blood-Sucking Cracktear and the Thorny Cracktear. If you don't have the Blood-Sucking Cracktear, you can use any other one you find useful, but I highly suggest you use the Blood-Sucking Cracktear because the HP cost per second is not that high and you get 20% more damage on every type of damage you deal. As I previously told you, I'm gonna be using the Blood Boil Aromatic, which is the body buff, but if you don't have this item and you don't want to craft it, Half Shabriri is just the same. Blood Boil Aromatic lasts 60 seconds, while Half Shabriri only lasts 45 seconds. This one increases your physical damage by 30%, and Half Shabriri increases every type of damage by 25%. I'm gonna be using Pickled Turtlenecks to increase my stamina regeneration speed, but this item is completely optional, and it's only necessary if you really like to play super aggressive. Now, the Sleep Pots are really useful tools against enemies like the Fire Giant and the Godskin Duo, but in general you don't need them. It's just that I don't want to be dealing with annoying attacks on those fights, and I want to be doing this run as fast as possible, so these are gonna be really useful for those specific fights. We are not gonna need them at all in the entire game. Even if you want to take this build to the DLC, you are not gonna need it. Now, when it comes to the dual curved sword setup, we are going to be using basically the same but with curved swords. We have the Bandits on plus 25 with the Seppuku Ashawar on the bleed affinity. In the same way, against targets immune to bleed, we use Crackblade. And in this same combination, we also need the seal to cast the buffs. Now, this is the first major change of the setup. Instead of using the chest of the Rakshasa set, we are going to be using the Greybird's Blackwheel armor or the Raptor's Black Feathers, because these pieces of armor increases the jump attacks by 10%. And it's going to stack with the second change of this setup, which instead of using the Spear Talisman, we are going to use the Claw Talisman in order to be using the jump attacks of the Curved Swords weapon class, that, as you already know, is extremely powerful. But the rest is going to be the same. Stats and the rest of the setup basically is exactly the same. The only major changes are the chest and one talisman. Now what we are going to be doing is taking this build into a full run of NG+7 difficulty and completing the game as fast as possible without dying. I'm going to be explaining more details about how to use this build during the run, so without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into it. So as you can see, guys, we're going to be going to NG+7 in the journey number 14. This is basically the same than the number 8, because after NG, once you reach the max scaling, it doesn't keep scaling regardless if you're in NG+100 or whatever number, you know. It's always gonna be NG+7. Let's keep going. Now this is gonna be a full run. I'm not gonna be cutting anything from the playthrough because I want you to see how I play the game, what are the strats I use, and in general how I use the build I'm showcasing you guys. As you can see, it's the same build I previously showed you. I haven't changed anything, so it's gonna be like that. We're gonna be allowing certain deaths, specifically 2 deaths in total in this run. We're gonna be allowing this one, which is the mandatory one, and I'm gonna allow one more, which is gonna be the one we're gonna be doing in the future intentionally to skip the Radagon's festival activation. So instead of going to the TP and talking to Jaren and then doing the cutscene, taking the elevator, instead of doing that, we perform a skip in K-Elite and we just get to the boss fight straight up. And I think in that case, as we are saving time, it shouldn't be much of a problem allowing it, you know. It's a deathless run still, because that one is intentional and it makes everything faster. And now, when it comes to the reason why I'm doing this video, is because I really want you to see that I'm actually showcasing you something that works. Because I feel like sometimes some of you guys will, like in the comment section, you tell me, I tried the build, it's great, but it doesn't deal the same amount of damage or something like that. And I'm pretty sure sometimes it's because you are missing a buff in your routine, or you are missing something super simple, but maybe you are not realizing it. So in this case, you're gonna be able to see the damage we deal against the bosses, and how I like to use that each element of the build, and so you can replicate it in a much better way. And in addition, you're gonna see as well the route I take when it's NG+ to complete the game as fast as possible, following the strats I like to use, you know. Maybe there are better roads, but this one is the best one when it comes to the doing the any percent strat, when you just have to defeat all the enemies. I mean, when you just have to defeat all the mandatory enemies and complete the game, because we are not gonna be going for optional enemies. We're just gonna complete the any percent route, which is basically 2 main bosses here, 2 remembrance bosses, then Morgott, then the fire giant, and the final bosses. That is how you beat the game as fast as it's possible. And as we are dealing a lot of damage, it shouldn't be that difficult. Now the first boss we're gonna fight is Margit, then Godrick, and then we'll see which one we're gonna fight later. We gotta be careful in the path to the bosses, because the bosses are not much of a problem. As long as you're patient and you're fighting them correctly, you should be fine. But you really want to be careful against during the scenarios and the paths to the bosses, because in those areas is where you can actually get punished. So now, as you can see, I already used my tier. I did it because I am getting chased now, so I'm not gonna be able to stop fully to buff, you know, or the guys will hit me and I'll be in problems. I'm gonna use Secret Room. I'm gonna use it twice, it's all good, and I'm gonna heal. Remember to heal before getting into the arena of the boss, or you're gonna die super easily. And as soon as we enter the... oh my god, this is... and as soon as we enter the boss, we should attack aggressively. Don't hesitate on dealing your best damage possible. And the guy is already dead. As you can see, it's a lot of damage, really easy. Maybe with the curved swords it will be better, because Margit is weak to slash damage. But this is still pretty okay, you know. It's pretty decent. Now I'm not gonna be using this grace. I'm gonna be using the next one. But if you want to use it, go ahead. I'm just skipping it to save a little bit of time. Nice. I'm gonna use Assassin's Gambit here in order to cross this area with a little bit of higher chances of not getting hit. Because if you get hit once, it's not a problem in terms of damage. But if you get hit multiple times, it can easily change into a deathly situation, you know? So it's better to be safe and prepared. You can cast Gambit once again after these 2 nights, but I feel like it's not necessary at this point. What I like to do is hug this wall, and as soon as I'm reaching the top of the stair, I just spam roll. And if you keep spamming, you should be chilling. Like, if you can take 1 hit and you're gonna be fine. And now you can heal. And that's it. Unlucky, I took one of the straightforward ones, and it pushed me back. But sometimes you're gonna get one that is gonna even push you like sideways, and it's gonna be okay. Wow, that's unlucky. Well, thankfully we have high vigor. The guy chased me all the way over here. That was really unfortunate. But it's actually good Because sometimes the RNG is that great that you don't even get touched by them. And this way you can see that you can actually survive as well with the build. It doesn't have the highest vigor because it's 50. Some of you guys prefer higher vigor in NG+7. But I think 50 is just okay. Now we're gonna go to a roundtable hold. It's not like I wanna go, but we have to.
To see and it seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering. At my hand.
But as you can see, something I'm doing is trying to keep my HP bar as high as possible. Because imagine if I just get overconfident and I get hit by that knight, assuming that he's not gonna chase me, I die there. But even with an armor set that increases damage like the Rakshasas, we are kind of chilling, you know. Now, the cool thing about doing that is that nobody's chasing us now, so we can just fight the guy and we're gonna be okay. Make sure to coat both of your weapons on seppuku. The order actually matters. I like to use the seppuku in my left hand weapon before using it on my right hand weapon. In between I like to use the body buff. If you were using Half Shabri, you will have to use it before using seppuku in both weapons. So that's one of the disadvantages of Half Shabri, but it's not that bad. Your damage is still pretty stupid. Nice. Now we gotta be careful with the attacks this guy do, especially this one. I like to back off a little bit and crouch. It always works. I really don't know why we didn't send him into the second phase transition. That was pretty weird. Pretty awkward actually. But it really doesn't matter. Maybe I'm missing a hit with one of the spears and that's why the guy didn't went into the second phase immediately. No, it's all good. Now, some people like to save and quit here to skip the dialogue, but I feel like the time save is a little niche, like not completely necessary in this case. So I'm not doing it. If you guys wanted to do it or want to do it, go ahead. But I don't feel it's necessary because I'm gonna be going for this grazing in front of me. This might not be the most or the fastest path, but it's pretty straightforward and all optimal in my opinion. At least for the things we want to do here that are not that complicated. Now that's great. And we're gonna push back to Limgrave because we gotta get the medallions. That's the unfortunate part here. It'll be nice to have all the medallions ready in New Game Plus, like that was a default setting. It will be nice, especially things that you need to cross big areas of the game, like the lifts. So instead of looking for the medallions, you already have them, you know. It'll be nice. Right. Now this is like not the traditional path someone will take, because if you go in the bridge towards Sidwater River, I think it's called like that, you're gonna be getting a lot of useful things like the warrior yard shard, the strength knot tier, and the Ash of War version of Golden Vow, which for early game is pretty useful. But as we already have the build ready, we don't need that. So I'm taking this shortcut, I'd like to think. I like to see this as a shortcut, but I am not quite sure if it's actually a shortcut. And I feel like doing it this side is slightly faster. And I am not entirely sure, but I want to believe it's slightly faster. And just like that, we are one step closer to the church. Yeah, maybe it's slightly faster. In any case, feel free to take the path you feel more comfortable with. Both paths are like effective and they do what they are supposed to do, but yeah, you know. Now, let's get the first half of the medallion and then we go to Kaylee to the next one. And after getting the next medallion, we're gonna perform the skip. So we just fight Radahn immediately. And once we fight Radahn, all we gotta do is just go to Liurna, to the Altus Plateau, and fight the Draconic Sentinel, the Golden Godfrey, and then Morgott. And against Morgott as well, I'm gonna be using the spear, this spear setup. I could use I think it will be more effective to use the curved swords because that guy is weak to slash damage, but we'll see. This setup is particularly useful against Pierce weak enemies, which are more like frequent in the DLC, you know. Mog is also really weak to pierce. A lot of enemies of the DLC are super weak to pierce damage. That's unfortunate. It's okay. Nice. I gotta run fast or I'm gonna get explosion hit. I really don't want the explosive hit right now. Thanks, but no thanks. Am I getting chased? Probably I'm getting chased. It looks like I am not. But the aggro might still on. And if there is aggro, we cannot like take the... Oh, perfect. Yeah. Because sometimes if the enemies keep the aggro, you cannot TP. And you gotta wait. Or save and quit, you know. The thing of the save and quit is a really great tool for speedruns because they save in game time. But when it comes to in real life time, it's like, well, it doesn't save that much of time. At that point, it's better just to stay in the animation, you know? If we are talking about real time. But for in-game time, it's pretty useful. I am also going to be using a couple of save and quits later if I am in problems with enemies. Especially when it comes to a path to a boss fight. And as I am using Assassin's Gambit, that shouldn't be the case. I should be fine in general, you know. Don't tell me that I'm gonna get hit by this guy. Yeah. I was thinking that it was gonna be really unfortunate. And probably one tail attack of that guy will be pretty deadly. Okay, but so far this part seems pretty consistent. Like, you shouldn't be dying at this point. For instance, I have to say that we were pretty unlucky in their Godrick and Margit fight. Because those guys should have taken more damage from our setup. But yeah, sometimes as they are, it depends on the animations they are performing, you know, the attacks they are performing. But this is still okay. Alright. Now let's get the other half of the medallion and we go to the next area. Which is fighting Radahn. Now the same thing here. We gotta run and hopefully those guys won't... the aggro will stop. Maybe using Gambit there will help, but I am not quite sure if it actually helps. It should because, like, yeah, they are just standing still and you wake them up basically. But sometimes here the aggro drops really fast. We just gotta like go this way, and now the aggro is not there anymore. So perfect. And now the skip. It should be consistent. Sometimes I fail. If I fail is I'm gonna keep going, but that will be my that will be a death, so it'll count as a death, and so the challenge will be failed. But I'm gonna keep going to showcase how good is the build, you know. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it. The skip is pretty consistent, and I recommend you to take it like I'm gonna do it, so you can like get a more consistent momentum and an easier execution, like that. You just gotta find the line with your camera, because if you do it with your movement inputs, it's gonna be a little bit less consistent. And now this is the last death allowed in the game. This was just a death to save time, you know. But from here we have to do it like without dying. And I think I cannot think about that C2. Maybe Gideon. But Gideon worries me most when it comes to no hits. But when it comes to Deathless, it's actually not that bad. But from here, maybe fall damage. Yeah, I am not a friend of the fall damage, so I gotta be careful and aware of fall damage. But it should be alright. Now let's just get this guy. We gotta use the seppuku twice, so we better keep some distance between the guy and us. Not so much, because there is something cool about this thing, and it's that if you keep using the freaking thingy. Okay, perfect. Oh my god, I was getting scared. It didn't happen. Nice. Check that out. Oh my god, that's unlucky. That's actually unfortunate. We missed a couple of hits. But it's all good. I forget about what I was gonna say because I end up in a very bad position. It should be better, but as you can see, it works. Pretty easy fight as well. Yeah, I was talking about the situations where we might die, but when it comes to bosses, I don't think so. Maybe in the way to the capital? Not in the way to the capital, inside the capital. There are some sketchy things there that might be a problem. But out of that, crumbling maybe in the birth area. But if we use Gambit, we should be fine. If we use save and quits, like there is no tomorrow, we should be fine as well. So yeah. In that area, there is always a save and quit that speedrunners do to stop the dragon from attacking. And I think we're gonna use that one. But sometimes the birds are super aggressive that we might need one earlier. But this... yeah, it might not be completely necessary. Yeah, there is one more instance here where we might die. After getting to the Raya Lucaria gate, we gotta go get the key. And if we don't perform the jump properly, we might as well die. But I feel like if I die to that one, it's just because I'm stupid at that point. Because that one is not even close to be as difficult as the Radahn skip we did. It's not that the Radahn skip is difficult, but you gotta do it correctly. Because it can be done wrong. And if it's done wrong, it doesn't work and you die. And you don't get to the stake of Marika. But it shouldn't be that bad. No, what are you doing? Nice. So we just have to light the grace. We pick the key, we save and quit, and we TP back to the grace. That's the strat. The strat I like, at least. I don't know if there is another... Oh my god, that's so stupid. I don't know if there is another strat. Oof. It was a little sketchy, but it's okay. Oh. Now we are getting aggro from the bear. It's all good. Oh my god, freaking bear. Yeah, it was a little sketchy. Can be done much cleaner. Oh my god. We have a lot of vigor. It's really difficult to die to that guy. Yeah, but so far it's going on well. I feel like the RNG is being kind of weird right now, but I like it in certain aspect because you can see that not always. I don't get always the good RNG. And sometimes it takes a couple of attempts. Now here the quit out is only to stop the aggro from the dragon, so I can TP back to the grace immediately. It's a really common movement, but really useful as well. We just open the map, select the grace, and we get the hell out of there. And now, as we already completed the 2 main bosses, we just gotta go get to the Altus Plateau. We just gotta go to the Altus Plateau, I mean. And that means the Draconic Tree Sentinel and the capital, basically. So we are close now. Now in this area I don't know what is the best path. I used to take the scythe. I'm gonna take the scythe this time just to see if it's actually faster. I feel like it's the same, but I feel like the scythe is a little safer, I guess. Because of the attacks we receive later. But like I am being questionable here, you know, guys. I am not quite sure if this is a good path or if it's just better to go in front of this. Oh, no, this is actually not a safer path. It's actually much worse. Imagine if I just confidently jump down, I'll be dead. Because I didn't remember it was like this. So maybe this is not the best path. I think I should be down by now in the regular. If I just go to the middle. Regardless, we just gotta get to the stupid elevator and that's it. Maybe that path was better if you are going to take half Shabiri, but I feel like it was slower than just going in the middle, avoiding the projectiles, and pretty much straightforward, you know. But yeah, we'll see. Right, we don't need that grace. We just need the graces before the bosses to buff, to recover the blood-sucking tear, you know? And the blood-sucking tear is really important because it increases our damage really significantly. Nice. Now in this area, is there some actual risk? I don't think so. Until the arena of the... Well, a risky one might be the Draconic Tree Sentinel. For instance, against the previous bosses, at least when it comes to Margit and Radahn, I mean Margit and Godrick, using the curved swords might have been better. But when it comes to the next ones, Radahn that we already defeat, and the Draconic Tree Sentinel, the spears are much better. That's why I'm just using the spears. I shouldn't be dying to Margit or Godrick, you know. It can happen. I actually took 2 hits from those guys, if I'm not wrong. Alright. Yeah, so good. And despite we are running the Rakshasa set, if we take 1 hit that is not a supercharged attack or a really bad attack, we should be fine. I think we can endure at least one hit. But we shouldn't be panicking if we take a hit in a complicated situation. We just gotta keep playing as if we have the full HP bar, and then if we have an opportunity, we heal. But what happens with most people, I've seen that a lot of players believe that the game has some sort of input reading when it comes to the heal. But I feel like it has the input reading in a different way. Like it has some sort of learning system. For instance, if you repeat certain attacks for a lot of time, the game will learn to counter it. But I don't feel like it has some sort of input reading when it comes to the heals. I feel like it has punishing for not being proactive during the fight. Like just trying to roll and trying to evade the boss. I think that's what is punishing. And the fact that most players evade the bosses to heal is why it feels like that. But what I like to do when I need to heal is pretending that I am full HP, rolling the attacks, and in the moment where I will attack the boss, instead of attacking, I heal. And that is the way I like to do it. At least from my perspective, it seems to be pretty decent. I feel like this guy is gonna probably hit me. No. I don't know why he didn't aim to my location, but thankfully he didn't. Now, if you stay behind this bush, or bush, I don't know, you should be fine. Nor the Draconic Sentinel nor that guy is gonna hit you. And it gives you enough time to buff. Which is something I feel you guys don't do. And that's why you feel like the builds are not working, but it's actually just you not buffing. And I have to be honest, this is actually a very, like a longer buff part. But against other targets, or I mean against with other builds, I do it like I do it much more simple, you know. Nice. Like I have a way simpler setup, you know, and that's what I was trying to say. Like this setup I'm running right now, it's kind of like a little more difficult to use, but it's in NG+7, and it's not normal to deal this type of damage on NG+7. But when it comes to the other builds, like other builds only require you to use the Golden Vow, Heart of Chabri, and if you want your Pickled Turtleneck, and that's it. And this one feels a little longer because it's like requiring you to buff entirely, so it feels a bit more. It is normal you feel it's a bit overwhelming, but it's actually just the same. Now, as we're gonna be fighting the freaking guy that is immune to bleed, I'm gonna be using one of my Naginatas on how I can say it, with Crackblade. It's gonna be the same affinity, but one of them is gonna be in Crackblade. I'm gonna skip the Grace to save a few seconds. I should be fine. And here I just have to avoid these fellas. Even though I have gambits, they can still spot me if I'm not careful enough. Oh my god, that's extremely unfortunate, bro. What the hell is even that? That is beyond unfortunate, guys. Now at this point, I feel just like running, because those guys have been really stupid. And here, as long as I keep running, I should be fine from those stupid imps. It's insane, dude. I didn't expect that piercing attack from that guy. Maybe that is not the most optimal route, so maybe going down in the... Oh my god. Oof. Yeah, maybe going below is better, you know? Like there is a slight gap below. Maybe that one is much better. Here we're chilling. I think I can endure one of those arrows, but I don't want to find out, to be honest. I rather just not know if I can endure one of those or I'll die. I'm chilling right now. I'm gonna use Assassin's Gambit again because of the knight is in front of us. That guy is, I don't know, but the lightning damage can't be dangerous there, you know. So I just rather stick to the left. I mean to the right, so the guy won't even detect me. And now it's just this guy, but yeah, that guy it's okay. It's not that bad, you know. Now we rest here and and she's gonna appear again.
My utmost for bringing here, and thus I shall farewell. I shall leave. I wish you have. I have no.
All right. Now, as we are reaching the next boss fight, we're gonna use Gambit again to avoid being detected from the enemies. And the next fight shouldn't be much of a problem. We just, I feel like the main mistake against Godfrey, I mean, is getting greedy. It's pretty normal to get greedy against that guy, but you have to avoid it as much as possible. Because that guy really punishes bad if you're getting too greedy. You just gotta be patient and you get a lot of openings. And if you strafe his attacks, he gets super easy. Like sometimes it's better to just roll, but sometimes like you're in the best position to strafe, so strafe, you know, it's like perfect. Now here we just gotta buff again. And as always we use the physic, then the golden bowie. Then in this case it's gonna be crack blade. And as it lasts an entire minute, I can use it right now. And this fight is not gonna last an entire minute, it's gonna be even faster, you know. And now I'm gonna use the body buff. And now seppuku. Now I'm gonna heal as we enter, so I bait the axe attack. Once he has fully appeared, we run towards him, and he's gonna do this axe attack, and we can land 2 hits on him. And I'm gonna counter this, and I'm gonna roll this one. That one can be strafed, but let's just destroy him, you know. Like play aggressively as well. That's something I feel like you guys are afraid of the boss hitting you. But remember, you are dealing a really stupid amount of damage, so your aggressiveness might as well be compensated, you know. Now, in one of my previous attempts, I made the mistake of attacking the stupid guy down here. And the thing is that at this difficulty, he gets a little complicated. So the best thing you can do is just cross him. Or cross and save and quit, you know. And you can do it even without any type of rush, like I just did. I didn't even use it with the keyboard. Why? Just to be able to keep moving and do not stop and getting hit in a stupid rush of attacks, you know. You can even do it while you are moving. Normally, speedrunners do it as fast as possible because they are speedrunning, but we are not. So take your time. Now you can just rest in the grace, recover your Flask of Wondrous Physic, and the most optimal thing here, to be honest, will be running the curve swords. But I really like the Naginatas, so I'm gonna stick with them. And now I'm gonna swap the one that has Crackblade for the one with Seppuku once again. Now I'm gonna use the same exact process. Don't be lazy, brother. It's not that bad. I understand that the one-shot builds, for instance, in those cases, I understand that it's super annoying to perform all of that over and over and over. But in this case, it's not like that. It's way better and fast. Now here, we are just gonna open with one attack. We shouldn't get greedy as in the Margit fight, because this one is a lot faster. So you just open and you just use one. And as you can see, the guy is gonna start attacking you again. And helicopter attack. Helicopter. Now, normally you will like to get greedy here, but take your time again. Now look for the spots without that crap and go for him. It's easy, guys. And you are seeing it without any type of cut, without any type of edition. I don't like to upload my videos like this because I actually like to worry about your time, guys. And I like to show you only the builds. I mean, only the bosses. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying this and talking through the entire map with you guys.
Hello again. Allow me, you are unprevented. The thorns are husk the only way and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame.
Oh no. I just realized I made a huge mistake here. I didn't actually trigger the Avenue Balcony Grace. Yeah, it was necessary for this part. Well, we can go with the West Capital Rampart Grace, and it's kind of the same. We just gotta return all the path. Oh no. I think we're cooked. I think we're actually cooked. Okay, let me figure it out while we move so we don't waste time. It's not so bad. It's not like we are already completely cooked. We just gotta find out how to get down here again. I guess we can do that from this place. No, we can't. No, this is a huge mistake. I didn't imagine I was gonna get like in this situation. But it's not so bad, as I told you. We just gotta find out a way to get down there. It's a huge waste of time. That's actually true. But it looks like we have oh, look at this. We can drop from apparently we can drop from here, but I don't know where. Oh, let's take this path. Oh, there are a bunch of Dumbos here. I don't know what they do. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know what they do. This opens the big door here. Right. So huge mistake when it comes to the speed. But we are okay. Oh my god, you gotta give me that one. That was a huge avoiding. Oh yeah, don't forget about that grace, guys. Well, it's not so bad. Oh yeah, finally I realized what is the purpose of that stupid thing there. I promise, guys, I didn't know what was the purpose of that, how is it called? Like, lever. Yeah, that lever. Now I know that it opens that thing. Oh, perfect. Now, and it's because of stuff like this that I edit my videos and I just put the fights. But yeah, and this is really important. I thought we could skip that Avenue Balcony Grace, like to save time, but it's actually just better to keep it like active, to take the time to activate it. Well, it's not so bad. As you can see, it's not terribly bad. But I was not aware that that was a possibility. Thankfully, it was. We had that possibility. Otherwise, it would have been a problem. These guys are being aggressive now. Sometimes they are that crazy that they get into the platform and they start attacking. It's all good. It's really weird that they actually get into the platform and attack you, but it happens. Now let's go to the fire giant fight. For the fire giant, we are gonna need the the sleep pots. Yeah. And the next one after the fire giant as well. So we're gonna need the sleep pots for both bosses. That's pretty funny. But once we get those bosses, the last part should be easy. But I am still wondering what should I use against Gideon to not risk it at all. It's not like it's gonna be a problem, but the most optimal will be not having to take those risks. No, what am I doing? Oh my god, I'm wasting a lot of time, guys. I'm sorry. Or no? No, right? Am I wasting time, guys? I'm getting confused now. No, my bad. No, I'm not wasting time. What the hell, dude? For some reason I thought I was going to the wrong path to the tower. Like I got distracted thinking about if I am like forgetting about something important I should know. Nah, that could be dangerous, you know. But then I got like the idea that I was doing something wrong there. We gotta be careful here because the fall damage might become our death. It's really... I almost never die in this area, but as we are going deathless, it might happen. For real, you got more chances of dying. Oh, I don't think it's gonna be making a difference from the gargoyle. But if it does, let's go. As always, I almost never die to that gargoyle. I don't remember a time that I died to this enemy. But there are always first times, you know. There are first times for everything. My gosh. All good. Now we're going towards the fire giant. It's a huge journey. But it's all about walking and it's not so bad, you know. Like normally I would light that grace, but yeah, why? You know, like if I die, it's over. But you know, I'm gonna complete this run even if I die once to register a PB. It's not like a huge achievement, you know, but I really want to get into the no-hit runs, like the full no-hit runs, not segmented like I do with the bosses, but full, you know. But it's really difficult. As you can see in this, at least in this specific run, I've already took like 5 or 6 hits, or even more. Like I am being generous by telling that it's under 10. Probably it's way more. But yeah, the purpose here is not dying. But in a no-hit, it's a lot different. One hit and the run is over. And once again, I don't feel like I will be having problems with the bosses. But it'll be... where I will encounter the main difficulties will be against the scenarios, you know? Especially in crumbling. Now I'm a little like worried about crumbling now. I don't know what's gonna happen when it comes to those areas from the... I might as well even change my armor set to endure in case I am like in really harsh problems. What you can do in those areas is using, for instance, the stamina physic or a stamina talisman to recover your stamina faster or to even have more stamina. But we'll see. With gambits we already have a huge advantage and I really wouldn't like to waste time besides the time I already wasted. So let's just keep it going. Now this area, oh, I made a mistake here. And I need to find the line before getting into the mist. But it's okay, it's pretty easy. It's just a straight line, so... It's okay. Now here don't stop, because if you are unlucky, you might get the stupid tail attack like like we did in the early fight against the breach of Gaelid while looking for Radahn, you know? Oh my god, that's so long. I ran out of stamina. And I think it's... I don't know where exactly. I think I already crossed that. Yeah, it's in one of... It was in one of the previous locations where we could like skip the lake, I think. And land here, you know? Oh yeah, I think that was the skip I didn't do. Yeah, and we'll land in here, I think. Oh yeah, I mean it's a great skip, but I don't remember how to execute it. So if you don't remember how to do something, you're gonna like end up with, wasting more time trying to figure it out than executing the regular stuff, you know. And we're already here. Now, should we go straight to the boss, I guess? I think against this guy, I should actually go for the curved sword. Wait. Nice. With the curved sword setup, the guy is weak to slash, so our damage will be more, will be much better. And instead of this one, we're gonna use the Claw Talisman. Watch out with that giant hand. We don't need the grace though. Once we get inside the arena, we should be fine. And the Raptor's Black Feathers. You can use the Raptor's Black Feathers or the Greybird's Black Wheel Armor. I like both are the same, but I feel like the Greybird's Black Wheel Armor looks much better, so I'm gonna use that one. Now this is one of the real challenges of this run, because we gotta put him to sleep, but as we are in NG+7, that might be a little complicated. Now this seppuku is just to coat the weapon. And now the second seppuku will be done as soon as we trigger the aggro of the boss. And we heal. And we go. We have enough sleep pots. So let's do it. A little early, but it's all good. Now, thankfully we are close. So with another one, he should go to sleep. Nice. And we're close to get the bleed proc. So here, heal here. Don't get over greedy. And watch out here. He's gonna do the stupid breath attack. So just back off. And once the fire is dissipating, you can go. And the guy should be dead now. Let's go. Cleanly executed. We don't need that grace neither. We have enough flasks. Oh, well, I was gonna say that maybe this next part is about being careful, because you might like fall if you're not careful enough. But just relax. It's all good. If you get nervous, it is when things might get stupid, you know. As you can see, it's pretty good. Now we're about to reach the endgame part. Against the Godskins, against Maliketh, I feel like using the spears again. So, but the Godskins are gonna take more damage from the slash damage as well. So maybe now we are gonna stick to this one. It depends, like how I see the things.
I have long observed the land, this world, and death. Are you to commit? Let my hand.
Yeah, let's go. Nice. So crumbling. I need to remember about Assassin's Gambit. All goes. Nice. I have it. Let's be careful here when we drop. Shouldn't be a problem. But it's better to be careful now. Specifically now. The thing is that sometimes when you're trying something that is not normal, it appears that the game is trolling you, you know? Like that. Oh my god. I didn't expect to die here, bro. Oh my god, let's keep going. Oh wow. Yeah, speaking about that, this is really unusual. Even in my, like in my, how can I say it? In regular runs, that doesn't happen. Even without using Assassin's Gambit, that doesn't happen. Maybe it's because I tried to entirely avoid everything and I got too close to the guy. Well, maybe the best part would have been just going crazy, you know, like just jumping. Yeah, yeah, look at that. This time I didn't even get touched. It's super stupid. And now to make it even better, we just close the game here. I'm gonna keep going like normal, and maybe my PV is gonna be only 1. It was actually unlucky, to be honest. Wait, okay. Pretty unfortunate, actually. Like, this is one mistake as well. We don't need this grace at all. But yeah, my mind got reset after that death. Well, it's useful to stop the aggro from those guys. But we don't actually need that grace. Really unfortunate. It's because I tried to be really careful. And I got two-shotted, so you can see the NG+7 damage is real. We don't even need this one. Now, let's use Assassin's Gambit again. I feel like Assassin's Gambit is really useful, but I feel like I also died because of it in the previous one. Because the guy detected me too late, like when I was too close to him. So I got the full price there, you know, like the full combo. But as well, I got nervous and I dodged early. Because if I was like more calm, I would be like, alright, it's all good, just dodge in time, like properly timed, you know? Like this, you know, I got hit, but it's all good. But I am getting hit by enemies that never hit me. To be honest, that guy never hits me, bro. If I'm honest, guys, that guy actually never hits me. No! You gotta be kidding me, brother. No. Oh my god, this one is really bad. Oh, this one is really bad, bro. I'm gonna restart from this area, bro. Oh, that one was really bad. Oh my god, that was really Stupid. It's all good. I was really unlucky. I think I'm gonna cut that one out of the video, bro. It was really bad. I mean, not out, but I'm gonna cut all of these, you know? It's insane, bro. It's really insane. Unfortunate as hell, dude. I really never died there, guys. Like, at this point it got cursed. But I shouldn't be wasting any more time, bro. Like, I already wasted a lot. Unfortunate, brother. It feels really sad. Imagine, brother. What the hell? That mini jump almost got me killed again. Gambit doesn't make a single difference here. So I'm just gonna like jump here and I should be fine. And I don't know why I really got... Maybe I don't even have to jump here. Yeah, the thing is that I jumped because I'm nervous and I didn't want to fall. And that's why I jumped. Alright. Yeah, I was fully confident in that part because I was worried about the next parts. And yeah, that was a really messed up thing, bro. Now I shouldn't be dying to the Godskins here, bro. If I die to the Godskins, I'm really cooked. Nice. No, yeah, dying to these guys is really bad. Especially in this type of run, you know. In this type of run, you're not allowed to die to these guys, man. Now, seppuku in this one. The body buff. And this one. And seppuku again. I don't need to heal here. Nah, because they are not gonna even aggro. Nice. Now I'm gonna use the full combo against this fella. Nice. They are dead. Let's keep going to save a little bit of time. I'm gonna equip the weapons actually, as I am dealing a lot of damage. I can even like attack them if I get unlucky, you know. If I get super unlucky, I can attack. Now here comes the next stupid part, the birds. Nice. So I already died twice, right? So my PB is 2. Unlucky. The first one hurt, but the second one was just insane, bro. Now in this area, I'm gonna light the grace. But I really shouldn't. To save a little bit of time. This area is just not okay, you know. When it comes to areas that are not okay, this is the worst one possible. And I'm actually gonna use the save and quit here to remove the birthing in from above, because one is okay, but having multiple is not okay. That is the most stupid thing I think I've seen today. Most of the time I never get hit from those birds. But now it's the time we get hit by them. This thing. Brother. Oh my god, that is so stupid. I am alive by a miracle, dude. The RNG is doing its things, dude. It's challenge things. Okay, but we are okay yet. We keep going. We are chilling now. I should use Gambit here. I don't know how much of a difference will do. But we should be fine. This guy is scripted. I didn't know that. I mean, he always appears there, but I don't know the fact that he's gonna spot me is scripted, you know? I thought that was kind of random. Right now, let's go again with the Naginatas. Physical, yes, this one. We don't need the grace here. I'm pretty sure I won't die to... Oh my god, okay, I'll go. And this Draconic Tree Sentinel save and quit, you know? It's just... Oh. Yeah, you don't need to fight this guy. And Maliketh should be done in the first try. Nice. You wanna be really close to the fog gate when doing the freaking save and quit. Because otherwise you're gonna be cooked. Nice, we do this one. Remember that in the first try you can buff inside. So I guess I'm gonna use the last seppuku inside. It's a bit risky, but we should be fine. Yeah, and then we heal. In any case, I'm gonna heal once if the guy just gets super stupid, because that happens as well. If the video lasts less than an hour and a half, I'll publish it. I'm gonna public even the mistakes. I'm fat rolling, dude. Ugh. I am fat rolling. 3 deaths. Three deaths too. Oh my god, I equipped it, but I didn't remove the... No, but... Oh, because of this, dude. Because of this. Oh, because of that, I didn't swap it. Oh my god, I didn't swap that. Yeah, I mean... Let's go again to this part. Nah, bro, 3 deaths. That's just unreal, man. That is just the most unlucky thing I've seen today. 3 deaths already. Give me a break. And the worst part is that it's because of those stupid thingies, you know, like small mistakes, because I wanted to get out of the aggression of the boss to actually recall what I did wrong. But I am still on the same page. If the video lasts less than an hour and a half, I don't edit anything. Oh man, that was so bad. That was so bad. Now the elevator is above. That's gonna be a problem as well. I gotta do the save and quit. I I don't think the elevator is back down. It should. There is no reason for the. Wow. This time the guy actually spotted me. That's so stupid. I gotta do the save and quit again. We chill. 3 deaths now. And it's in a really unlucky way, dude. And why haven't swapped anything? What happened? What the hell happened? What did I remove? I didn't remove anything. Why the hell now I'm not in heavy load? I don't get it. Look, what? I don't remember changing something here. What? This is really, really odd. Alright, now we got to use the Spear Talisman. Okay, this is really weird. I don't get why I got heavy load previously and now I'm not. It's actually strange. Oh, now it's not the first try, so we better like buff outside entirely. I'm actually confused, guys. What? Once I remove the birth armor set, it should be okay, but it's actually strange. I don't know what's going on now. I should have enough time to heal though. Even if the guy goes super aggressive. Nice. Now I'm running normally. I don't know, maybe I will believe the game glitch even, dude. Nice. Nice. All good. Nah, brother. It's so sad what happened. I don't know. I don't even know why I got the heavy load previously. I remember I had exactly the same, but with the feathers. With this one and the claw talisman. And now it shows me it's medium load. So why the hell I was fat rolling? I didn't realize and I equipped something? I gotta rewatch the video, man. Like I'm rolling normally right now. That's actually... I actually feel like I shouldn't have died there. Yeah, it is exactly the same and it shows me medium load. But why? Why was fast rolling? Or I wasn't? No, I'm pretty sure I was. Anyways, now let's go back to the curve swords. Oh my god, no. My god, no, that was so wild. Oh, I was thinking I was using the spears on this guy, right? I think it's better. I think it's better to use the spears on this guy. Man, the ways I'm dying in this run are so questionable. Especially that one. Because I didn't have the full Rakshasas, I have the feather armor set. It's super weird. Maybe I was holding 3 Naginatas. I don't remember that was the case though, but it might happen. It might have happened. Oh boy, that's so insane. And we are reaching the end game, brother. I was so close. I promise, guys, I didn't imagine I was gonna die in crumbling. I thought I was gonna die against this guy if that was the case. But not in crumbling. Or in the birth areas where I thought I might as well die, but not here, bro. This is just crazy. Now spam the attacks, don't have mercy here. Yeah, all good. Oh, we didn't even get hit. That's I'll tell you guys. It's so lucky what happened previously. Now the spears are gone, bro. It's all the other ones. The weapons. The curved swords. On crack blade. I guess we have both, so I should be okay. I can swap them in time. I was trying to save time because I feel like I'm in a rush because of my previous mistakes. But anyways, the Deathless wrong is dead, so we should chill. I should chill. Thorny Tear. I'll remove the Naginata. Really unlucky. Now, but weapons needs to be in seppuku. Once we go for the final boss, they should change to the crack blade, and I will have one on seppuku, on crack blade. I mean one on seppuku to proc the buffs, but it's not gonna be like completely necessary anymore, you know. Now we use this one. Nice. We heal, I use seppuku, and we heal once again. The first try is not the best, but in this case it might be good, you know? I don't know if I can perform the jump attack. Probably. Oh my god, a little risky. Nice. Nice. Now we swap to... No, hold on. Crack blade, and we preserve one on seppuku. Perfect. Man, it's... I died to the... I knew I was gonna die to the scenarios, bro. And... What was that of the heavy load? I don't get it, bro. Maybe I don't know. I was thinking about using the bleed buff, but that don't mean I won't be able to use the crack blade in one of the weapons. But I cannot use anything else to buff my damage, so I guess I'll use seppuku still. Yeah, I guess I'll use it. Because that's 20% more damage, so it's actually worth it. And yeah, we should be fine, to be honest. It's basically spamming jump attacks here, so we should be fine. Despite we don't have bleed, we should be okay. But if I cast the other thingy, Nice. The crack blade. Oh my god, I don't see anything. Nice. Nice. Now let's... Oh. I think I should just reuse seppuku here. Yeah. And just spam the jump attacks. And that's it. And that's GG's. PB 3 deaths, bro. Ah, my gosh. Oh my gosh, PB 3 deaths. That's the build, guys. I didn't change anything. You can see I am legit. Jeez, bro. 3 deaths. GG's guys, that was the build. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. 3 deaths, NG+7 not so bad. Any percent completed. Well, I gotta touch the thing and do the ending, but you know it's over, dude. This is not official, so GG.